Now let's look at a couple ways in Illustrator that you can create 3D effects, forms essentially. So I'm going to show you two examples. Let's wake up this square here. Let's go to Effect, 3D, and let's go to Extrude and Bevel. We're going to hit the preview, and there's some default settings here. So we can go here for different angles. What I want to point out is that the areas that you want to definitely explore is the fatness. Let's just go back to the fatness of your shape. So we take it down in size a little bit. So that's something you can play with. So let's just go ahead and create that version, and we hit OK. Now let's look at that same setting and what it does with a circle. So we'll go again, we'll wake it up, go to Effect, 3D, Extrude and Bevel, hit Preview. And we can also move this little cube here as just a way of just custom shifting the shape. So in this setting, a circle becomes like a coin, or we can add some height to it and it would become a pipe or a tall silo. And we'll click OK. Now let's click this square and let's explore another setting. Let's go to Effect, 3D, and let's go to Revolve. Now let's hit the preview, and what Illustrator has done is it's mapped out that shape and it is basically replicating it in a 360-degree rotation. So essentially we're getting the same kind of look that we did with the circle using the other setting. So it's just a pretty good example of being able to do something a couple different ways. But let's check out what happens when we limit the angle of the rotation. We create a section of pie, or like a section of cheese. Now let's go back. In its default state, when we go to Effect, 3D, and Revolve, in its default state, it's taking that object and mapping it out 360 degrees. This is the default. But I'm taking my cursor in here and arrowing down, so I'm opening up the wedge of cheese, and now it's decreasing the amount of degrees it's rotating or revolving that object. So let's just go to OK. Now I've cut that circle in half because I wanted to show you the difference in how this tool works. So the reason I cut this circle in half is because when I go back and use the Revolve tool and hit Preview, of course, and move this so I can see it, that's how I'm going to get a circle. Now if I were to reduce the sections, I get, let's do like 90 and hit Preview. It's a little section of a world. I can add degrees, and it widens up the wedge of watermelon. I guess it kind of looks like, or a melon or a kiwi. Okay, so I click OK. Now I want to just illustrate why I took half of a circle. If I took a circle. If I took a circle, holding down my Shift key to constrain it to make it a true circle, if I were to go to Effect and go to 3D and Revolve and hit Preview, it's making a donut because it's mapping out the shape of the circle, which is round and then it goes down. So it's creating a donut shape. Now let's just have some fun and let's just decrease the donut shape and see what that looks like. Maybe that would be interesting. Don't know. I'm going to try it. That's like someone cut open a donut. So that's the difference. If you are wanting to create this kind of shape, you need to actually cut a circle in half. And then up here again, I'll point out there's different angles that this will view. It's basically, think of it like a camera taking a picture of this from different angles, kind of. Click OK. The last thing I want to point out is that none of these are really mapped out. And by that I mean if I go to my view in outline, all I'm seeing are those basic shapes that I started out with. I'll go back to preview. If you want to actually have Illustrator map those out as objects, you have to select that, and then you have to go to Object, Expand Appearance. And now when I go to the outline view, I can see that it actually mapped it out. So just make sure that you expand these things when you create them.